Rich, your first year back here in Morgantown coincides with the 35th year of this golf tournament.
Yeah.
I know you were obviously here before, so how has this golf tournament in your eyes grown and changed over the years?
Yeah, both Joe's and I are both a lot older, the same age. It's what's really remarkable is that it's gone 35 years. So these things are hard. These are hard to do, and Brian and Scott and the crew have done a tremendous job keeping us alive. And now it used to be just, I think, a golf event, because I remember now it's like a whole week deal. It's like by the end of the week, there's going to be a few folks really hurt, but it's a great cause, and I'm happy to be here.
So you were teammates with Brian.
Right.
I mean, back in the day, did you think Brian's the philanthropist and running a golf tournament for 35 years?
No, hell no. Back then he had his head in his hair was a mohawk. He was a great football player, but he was always a great teammate. And one thing that stood out about Brian, and I think all of our teammates absolutely loved West Virginia. And he's from Maryland, just across the border, but absolutely loved and fell in love with the town, the school, the state, and everything like that. And he's shown that since the time he's been gone playing.
So this tournament's been going on for 35 years now. Obviously, a lot of players have come through. The excitement level from the players seems like it's maybe a little bit higher this year with you being back in the fold. I don't know, do you feel that being reciprocated?
Yeah, there's a lot of teammates of mine. I haven't been back much in the last 18 years, but I know our guys have probably been back a little bit. But they come back and tell all the stories, and some of it's embellished a little bit. And not only when I played, but also when I coached here. So for me, that's part of the thrill of coming back, is seeing some of my former teammates and then seeing some of the guys that I coached here. So I'm very grateful for the opportunity, very blessed, and I'm busy right now, though, too. So I told the guys I won't be able to play golf today. I'll say hello and walk around a little bit, but then I got to get back to work with my guys.
When was the last time you played golf, especially in the middle of the summer, like this time of year?
Well, I like to play golf. And I used to play a little bit more, but June was the month we start playing a little bit, and now June is like one of the busiest months of the year, especially in recruiting. So I've played one time all year, and I'm kicking myself for not playing more. But I've got 1 week left. I'm going to try to sneak around a golf in next week, and then we get going pretty good.
So you just got back earlier this week from Big 12 Media Days. Did you learn anything about your team at that event, and did you learn anything maybe you didn't already know about one of the other teams in the Big 12?
No, and I'm not being coy when I say I'm not really sure what we have. We got 70-some new players, so we're still figuring it out. I think they're working hard. I like the attitude of them. The guys have bought into what we're trying to do. But August is going to be a really important month. And it's important for everybody every year, but for us in our first year, all new coaches, new system, a bunch of new players. I mean, there's a lot of work, a lot of things to figure out. But I'm hoping, I told the team the other day, I'm hoping that I have a whole bunch of guys that are ready to win with. If that's the case, we're going to be okay.
One thing that Brian always talks really heavily about is that the imprint that the kids over at WVU Medicine Children's had on him when he was a player here and a student here. Can you talk about the impact that they had on you when you made those trips over there?
Yeah, when you talk about one of the greatest causes you could have for WVU Medicine Children's and what our University Hospital system has done and grown over the years has been phenomenal. And I can remember as a player when I went over there, as a coach we used to go there on Fridays, and there's no greater cause that our guys at our program can help at. So any way we can do that, we're blessed to do it. Obviously Brian and Scott and Haas and the guys that have done it for years is just tremendous, and I'm honored. We have one of the best university hospital systems in the country, and the children's part is really special, I think, to our players and our staff.
No, you have to look quick. Okay. So one thing I wanted to ask you too, you said back in December that all former players are welcome. I've been asking a couple former players about just kind of that sentiment. They've said they've truly felt that. Can you tell us about a couple former players who have maybe reached out or you've reached out to, and just how those relationships are being built?
Yeah, I think I think they, I said that earlier, and we had an event for the former players, obviously the spring game, but we had another event we tried to get some guys to come to, but I don't want them to have to feel they have to be invited. They can come back anytime. If you played or coached or worked for West Virginia football, you're always welcome to come back. And, fortunately for us, we've got a big voice on TV in Pat McAfee, who is just not only a tremendous advocate for West Virginia University and our program, but the sport in general. And so Pat has really helped. And I think a lot of guys, everybody's got respect for him, and he's got a big forum, so he's helped get guys reconnected to our program. And I've seen a lot of guys. I haven't been back, obviously in 17, 18 years, but I've seen a lot of guys reach out and come back, and I'm hoping to see them this fall.
So there's no Beat Rich in the long drive competition this year?
They would. I used to be able to drive a little bit, but now I kind of parked my car close to the fairway on number one. It wouldn't be safe. So in the parking lot. But now these guys will have fun today. Got to stay hydrated. Now, some of our guys' version of hydration may not be the healthiest version. So I see a little bit of Red Bull out there and a lot of water, but I think there's other refreshments as well. So we'll see. They'll have a good time.